Good morning, everyone. My name is Danny from Danny Ferrier Coaching, and I've been talking to a lot of the business owners that I work with recently about 90-day goal setting. So I thought I'd just put together this quick video for you to understand more about how to set effective goals and what that means for you in your business. Now, for a lot of us, we've had a negative experience with goal setting in school. And I'm sure you can relate to this, that we were forced to do goal setting. And it was this awkward, horrible experience that nobody really got anything out of. And there was a lot of pressure, and they didn't teach us how to set effective goals. Therefore, we were never able to do it well and then kind of gave up on the task. But as a business owner, we need to have goals. And the reason why is because we get to directionalize our thinking and focus on what matters most in the moment. And if we have a focus, it means that our mind is able to clear the clutter, to stop the scatterbrain, to put our energy into what it is that we are focusing on. And there's a beautiful quote that reads, "Where energy goes, money flows." And as a business owner, it's really important to have that focus so that we can keep on moving forward in our business and have that momentum so that we can create an income and also help us feel like we are getting somewhere. What a lot of people tend to do is have a never-ending to-do list. And it seems overwhelming. It's really that thing that just keeps on having stuff added to it. And yes, you might tick them off every now and again, but it doesn't make you feel like you're achieving things because there's always more to do. And I'm sure some of you can resonate with that. So 90-day goal setting is a process. And the most important thing to keep in mind here is your environment or the outcomes that you want to see for your business. And if you don't have a mission and vision statement already for your business or a plan of where you want your business to go, that's probably a really good place to start, because you can't start setting goals until you have that big picture thinking in place. And remembering that a lot of people are not used to being able to think that far ahead. And that's a very common challenge in New Zealand as well, is we have a lot of short-term thinking, and it's hard for some people to tap into, where am I going to be in 10 years? And so that's a skill you need to build. As a business owner, you are the visionary. There was a moment when you decided to start your business and there was a little dream that unhatched. And realizing that dream is now the journey. And that's what 90-day goals do, is they help you bring yourself towards that dream that you had and making sure that you create an amazing reality for yourself and you set goals so that you can start making decisions in line with those goals that are going to bring you to your outcomes. So are you with me so far? We're just going to dive into the specifics on how we do this. So we want to create what's called a wildly important goal. Now, the WIG, for short, is a big picture, hairy, out there goal, the best possible scenario. What goal would you set if you didn't have any limits on yourself? Because remember that as we learn, our learning snowballs, it progresses, and we get better at learning and we start learning faster. I'm sure you've noticed that the amount you've learned this year was a lot more than the year before and the year before that. And just like a snowball rolling down a hill, it picks up twigs and debris and leaves, and it gets bigger and bigger until it's this fast moving thing that just never stops. And it's just like our learning. So we don't want to put today's limits on our 10-year WIG, because anything is possible. There's another beautiful quote that reads, "We achieve less in 1 year than we think is possible and achieve more in 10 years than we ever imagined to be true." And that's because of the rate of learning. And it's hard to comprehend where we're going to be in 10 years because we don't have that little level of awareness yet. So let's get specific. What we want to do is set that 10-year WIG, or that wildly important goal. What would be an outstanding outcome for us and our business in 10 years' time? Then what we want to do is we want to break that down into a 5-year goal. And that 5-year plan is just taking into consideration what are the elements that we need to achieve in 5 years in order to get us to that 10-year goal. Then from there, we want to break it down into 2-year goal. And a 2-year goal, now we're getting into a manageable bite-sized chunk. We're starting to consider if we achieve these things in 2 years, it's going to lead us to the 5-year goal and it's going to lead us to the 10-year goal. And we want to make sure that we're always keeping our environment in mind. What is the vision and mission of the business? What are the outcomes that we desire? And then we want to break down that 2-year goal into a 12-month goal. And 12 months is that manageable goal. Where can you see yourself in your business in 12 months' time? And that's the one you really want to keep in mind, because you've already taken the time to make sure that if you achieve the 1-year goal, you're on the path to the 2-year goal, and that's going to bring you to the 5-year goal and the 10-year goal. Now, a lot of people don't set goals because they feel like if they don't achieve them, they're a failure. And there's another quote I'm going to hit you with that I live by. It's the true principle of life is that there is no failure. There is only feedback. And setting goals is an art. We get progressively better at it. So starting to set goals today is going to allow you to refine the process, to get better at realistically perceiving how much time you have, and helping you identify where the gaps are in your thinking that you need to lean into to help you achieve those other goals. And it's going to help you to break things down into bite-sized chunks so that you don't go into overwhelm. So we've got our 12-month goal there. Now, that's still quite a lot to take in. So we break this into 90-day goals. So what I would recommend is putting a calendar event in your diary every 90 days that's reoccurring, that's going to be helping you to create the time that you need to be able to set these 90-day goals. And press pause on your business, step back, and think about the big picture so that you can start implementing the things. And in those 90 days, you want to get real specific. So what categories do you need to consider? What are we focusing on in these 90 days? And we want to always honor the core things that we are doing. So our processes that we must get done, the daily ongoings of the business, all of these things need to be taken into consideration because we don't have so much time. So only 30% of our goals should be the evolution, the next stage of our business. But 70% is just honoring the core of your business and doing that really well. And then the 30% is where are we heading? Where are we going to be? Okay, so I trust this is a really great message and clear enough for you to understand how to break it down into those 90-day goals. We want to understand what is there to consider. What departments are there? Now, luckily for you, I've created a goal-setting framework, which you are more than welcome to have as a gift from me. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please reach out. My email's in the link below, and you can set these 90-day goals yourself. And make sure that if you are struggling, that you reach out, because I'm a strategy partner. I'm there to help keep you accountable and help set phenomenal goals for yourself. So 90-day goals are there. You've written down what it is that you want to focus on and what there is to consider. Now, there's one more missing piece to the puzzle. You want to have a weekly focused checklist that's going to bring you towards your 90-day goals. So for me, I've got my 1-year goal up here. I've got my 90-day goals up there. And then every Monday morning, I sit down and I look at my 90-day goal board in the month of October, and I write down, what are the top 5 things that I need to achieve this week? And that becomes my top 5s. So I trust this is a really important message for you to understand a little bit more about how to set those 90-day goals really effectively and why it's important for you as a business owner to press pause on your business, take a step back, and start working on your business, because time escapes us and we end up being on the rat race. And we don't want to be a constant human doing. We want to step back and be the leader that you were truly born to be. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.